Hello.
Hello, guys.
Welcome to another episode from
Episode 9.
Jenz and Raammo. How's it going?
Hi. Hi. How you
Hi.
going? I'm going great. I'm going great. How you been?
Pretty good. I have been somewhat sick. So
Yes.
this is my first time back talking to someone else that isn't Steven. That's great.
Yeah, you've been sort of MIA for a week. We haven't played any games or stuff like that for the past couple of days. So
Yeah, I was
it's
like
been weird.
banned from the computer. I was like, I need to do work. It's
Yeah.
like, no, you're sick. You're not allowed. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's best to just rest. Like,
Yeah.
even though you think like, oh, sitting in front of a computer and sort of typing things
Mm.
out or like, recording things isn't that much work. It still is quite mentally draining.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So, it's best to just sort of take a couple of days off at least and just rest up.
Yeah.
But yeah, whilst you've been away,
Mm.
I have been sinking
Mm.
my teeth into Valheim.
Oh, I have
just wanted to
seen your
quickly
screenshots.
sort of throw out. Yeah,
They're beautiful.
me and Emma have been playing Valheim. Oh my god, what a game, man!
Yeah?
I don't know what it is. This game, it's got its hooks into us.
Okay,
We've
good.
been milking this, yeah. So I really do want to get like some gameplay going with it because I think it'd be quite fun.
Yeah, I really want to do like a big group playthrough because
Yes.
I've only played it
You see the Funhouse video?
I haven't. I'm
Yeah.
behind.
Oh man, that was good. Yeah. Okay.
I've been playing. I played
No.
Valheim alone, so I was like, I need someone else to play this with me. It's like you kind of just
Yeah, I haven't played it alone yet. I've only always played it when Emma's been there.
Mhm.
So I don't know how much it would change if I did play it solo.
Maybe not a lot
you
if
know,
you started off with
yeah.
a friend because then you know like I just need to finish
you
this.
sort of already
building
got the
for
base
us,
done.
or-
Yeah.
But anyways,
But no, anyway, yeah. So long story short, we've been enjoying it.
that's great.
If you haven't checked out Valheim, I recommend checking it out if it's sort of up your alley because it is. Yeah, I've been enjoying it, so give it a go. But I guess we can just jump straight into our topics for the week.
Yeah.
We have a little bit to talk about. We're gonna start off with like just some sort of quick fire, like little topics and things, just to sort of get the juices flowing, I guess. So I guess I'll start off with Fortnite. We're gonna talk about Fortnite again. But more so Laserbeam, who, for those of you that don't know, is an Aussie, sort of streamer or YouTuber.
Yeah.
Quite popular, I might add. Quite
A
popular.
little, just a little.
But yeah, just a bit. Couple more followers, you know the thing. But Laserbeam recently got his own Fortnite skin as part of like the
Yeah.
Icon Series pack. So like Ninja and sort of all those
Loser fruit.
larger streamers have been getting Loserfruit have been getting their own skins and whatnot. And Laserbeam's the latest one to be added to that sort of collection.
Which is great.
And I love this skin, Jenz. I'm not the biggest Fortnite player these days anymore.
You
but
used to be.
This skin is just great. I used to be, yeah. I do. I did stick a couple of bucks into it. I might add,
Yeah.
but no, this skin is great.
Yeah, so it's like a
for those of you
tradie
that haven't
skin.
seen it, yeah,
So
a tradie,
a little
like
homage to the Aussies out there with the
yeah,
little pie in his hand. And
all
it's
the
great.
tradesmen's.
Great.
Oh, it's perfect. I'll put up a little like thing behind us here, but it's I love it. It is the most Aussie thing I've seen in a very long time. It's just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah,
It's great.
congrats to
It's
you.
great. Yeah, congrats, Laserbeam.
Because of course you're listening.
Yeah. Call in. We'll have him on next episode. So be sure to send your questions in. No. But did you want to, again another Epic Games topic, Jenz? Did you want to go to the next one?
Yeah, so Epic Games is on fire and they bought Fall Guys. And so they're about to make a bunch of Fall Guys Fortnite skins, which is...
You just know they're going to do that.
Do you think it's
the
Fortnite skins going into Fall Guys or the other way around? Or both?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. A little bit of this, a
Yeah.
little bit of that, yeah.
Because it'd be really cool
But,
to play Fortnite with just like this little jelly bean character.
Yep.
It'd be kind of cool.
I wonder if it'll change the hitbox. Because
Ooh,
obviously
you are
the
a bit
jelly bean is
wider.
like a lot wider
Yeah.
than
And
a typical
shorter.
sort of Fortnite character and shorter. Actually, no. We
Oh, no,
found out
they're
canonically
massive, right?
beans are like 6'10" or something.
okay.
They're huge. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's terrifying. So yeah, that's
Yeah. This is pretty big. Like Fall Guys is quite a large game.
It's become
quite a popular game
so
as well.
big.
Yeah, and like Epic Games is they're just strengthening their arsenal of games that they have now. Like they got Fortnite, they got Fall Guys, they got a bunch of other things. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, we just wanted to also just add to this list of topics the games of the month for PlayStation. If you have PlayStation,
PlayStation Plus. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, Final Fantasy
7. That's huge.
Yeah,
that only came out like what, a year ago, something.
Yes,
that's massive. Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Remnant from the Ashes, Maquette, I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah.
Maquette? Something. And then Farpoint, which is a PSVR title. They've been doing PSVR like sort of games as part of the PlayStation Plus games of the month for a little while now. Yeah, it really sort of rewards the people that do already own a PSVR and things, you know.
Because like VR games in general are like not cheap. And like especially
the good ones,
yes,
as well.
But also, it's so risky with VR games because they're not.
Yeah,
like
you just have such a smaller player base compared to all the other sort of things.
And so if you have like a free game every month that you could try, that's great.
Yep, that's great.
Yeah. Maquette, I just want to touch on to that one. It looks really interesting to me. It's from Annapurna Interactive, I think they're called, and it's a indie puzzle game. And I think it's their first debut, so it's like, if I'm not mistaken, it's their first debut, so they're coming in free. And apparently it's great.
Okay. All right, so what you're saying is check out the Twitch stream because you're going to be playing it at some point soon?
Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to stream it, but I definitely want to check it out.
Okay, yeah. And then I also just want to quickly add on too, Ratchet and Clank has just free. It's now free. The newest Ratchet and Clank that came out on PS4 a couple of years ago, completely free now. So if you haven't already played it, go to the PlayStation Store, pick up Ratchet and Clank because it's actually pretty fun. I do have it. Very fun game.
I haven't actually played it, so maybe I should get it.
Oh well, now's your opportunity.
Perfect. Thank you, PlayStation.
For the best price. Yeah, for the best price. And then brand new topic, which will be a week old by the time you hear this episode, but brand new topic
hot off the press
as of 12 hours, give or take.
Yeah. We're recording on a Wednesday, March the 3rd.
FYI.
But yeah, we have a new co-op
Aliens
game.
Fireteam. Aliens Fireteam from Cold Iron Studios. It's a third-person co-op sort of shooter, survival type, horde-looking game. So very, very reminiscent of like sort of COD Zombies or Left 4 Dead, things like that. Yep. So I'm just going to give you a little sort of brief synopsis that I found from the YouTube video. It's set 23 years after the original Alien trilogy, and then Aliens Fireteam drops players into the role of a colonial marine aboard the USS Endeavour, recently tasked with answering a distress call from outer colonies. Deploy to overrun facilities, abandoned ruins, and strange alien landscapes as you battle terrifying enemies across 4 campaigns with up to 2 friends or AI teammates. It's expected to come out sometime this year, in a couple of months, so like our winter. I don't think there was a hard release date.
Not that I saw.
But it's coming to all your main consoles bar Switch, so PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and then Steam as well.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
The trailer looks good. It looks promising.
But,
like,
take it with a grain of salt. But
I'm
intrigued.
I think it'll work, especially for the Aliens franchise, and hopefully it feels different to any other horde game because there are quite a few of them.
Yeah, they do all sort of start to feel samey after a certain while.
Well, there's not much you can do other than shoot. So
no, yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to see if it's any different.
Not wrong. Yeah. But I'm relatively excited. I'll have to see what it's like when it comes out, and maybe we give it a go.
Maybe we'll do a video. We'll see.
Maybe. Let us know in the comments down below if you want us to play Aliens Fireteam.
I'm gonna let you do this one because I didn't watch it.
Okay. No. So this is the first juicy topic of the week. For those that don't know, recently we've had the Pokemon Direct. I'm coincidentally wearing my Pokemon shirt
for
this recording today. But yeah, we got our Pokemon Direct. It was about 25 minutes or something, 20 minutes of sort of Pokemon content, just Pokemon things, nothing else Nintendo. And we got some fairly juicy content. So obviously for, everyone that was sort of half had their ear towards Pokemon knew that we were fairly confidently getting Diamond and Pearl remakes or Gen 4 remakes, and that was confirmed in this Direct. So we're now getting what they're calling Brilliant Diamond and Terrific Pearl. They're coming to Switch later this year, but there was no hard release date. They are confirmed for 2021. We just don't know when about. So when Nintendo inevitably does another Direct at some point throughout the year for something else, they'll slip it in towards the end and be like, hey, it's coming out this date, They look great, I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sort of devil's advocate here. I've seen a lot of people online, Twitter, Reddit, all the social medias, sort of berating the art style and look of the games. I don't really understand why, because I showed Jenz earlier sort of what they were complaining about. For those that don't know, the sort of people are picking apart the sort of art style and the fact that they don't like that they look like chibis, of what's called chibis, which is basically like just a short little cute anime character, I guess. That's sort of what the original game looked like to me.
It looks
just a bit more pixelated,
much the same as the original game, but
yeah, they just HDified it.
Yeah,
and made it a bit 3D. So I don't really see, the downside to it. We're getting remakes, which is what we wanted. So, pickers can't be choosers, as they say. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to pick up either Diamond or Pearl. I'm unsure yet. I'm just picking at least one of them up. But yeah, and then the bombshell. This was insane. We got a brand new Pokemon game, called Pokemon Legends Arceus. Which is going to be a prequel to like sort of a lot of the Pokemon games. It's releasing sometime early next year, so 2022, probably Q1, Q2, I would think. It's touted as an open world RPG, which is insane. No Pokemon game has been like this before.
Yeah, right.
It looks very similar to Breath of the Wild. Looks very similar, but it's going to obviously play very differently. You're not going to be running around with a sword and a shield and things like that.
Yes.
See what I did there? Sword, shield, Pokemon sword, shield. Nice. Yeah. And it like, we'll have the trailers up behind us and things, but it seems like you can run around freely, and just like, willy-nilly throw Pokeballs at Pokemon as you wish. So it looks like, at least, that they're getting rid of the traditional like tall grass encounters where you run through the tall grass and they sort of just randomly hit you. All the wild zones that we had in Sword and Shield more recently, where it was sort of half open world when you got to these two specific areas, but it was these only two areas that you could sort of run around freely. The other ones were, your typical sort of routes and things. Yeah, it looks like they've sort of just gotten rid of that and they're just going whole open world, which is insane. This has never been done before in Pokemon. This is what people were hoping for Sword and Shield. When like the Switch came out, they were like, there's so much more power in this console compared to the DS, the 3DS, the Game Boy. They can really start pushing the development of Pokemon and really make them, quite different. And so people were a little bit disappointed in Sword and Shield when they didn't push the envelope a little bit harder and further, among other things too. But yeah, it looks great.
It does look
I'm really
good.
excited for this. This was, I had my jaw dropped when I saw this. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are really looking forward to this one.
Yes, yeah. I have seen a lot of people excited about this. I did see a lot of people as well, again, being negative Nancy's and being like, it looks shit. It looks like, why is the frame rate 15 frames per second?
Right.
Why does that tree look like a pixel? Guys, it's like, it's still a year away. You got to sort of give them time to get these things down pat and iron out some of the bugs, I guess. It's, Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they do delay things as well. I feel like Nintendo's not afraid of delaying games and
Yeah.
sort of, and going about things that way. But yeah, I'm really excited for Legends Arceus. I can't wait. I can't wait. And it also looks like they're not doing sort of the two games that they've done in the past. So usually when a main lane Pokemon game comes out, you get like two or three sort of Australians on it. So you get like, Fire Red, Leaf Green, you get Diamond Pearl, you get, White and Black, Sword and Shield. This one looks like it's just Legends Arceus. There's no other one to get.
Right.
There's no, second or third game coming out. It's like just this. So quite a bit different than what they've done in the past. It's yeah.
I wonder if it would
And then
have.
and then
Sorry, I wonder if it would have like a longer
go.
longevity because of that. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Yeah, we don't basically nothing about it. We know like a tiny synopsis that it's a prequel. It's set in the Sinnoh region again. We don't know sort of what period though. It does look quite old though. Like they just show a little like snippet of the Pokeball and things, and the Pokeball looks like it's from like a steampunk type era or something like that. It does look quite dated. But like having said that too, because it is quite dated, people are assuming that there's not going to be any like infrastructure in the Pokemon world. So there's going to be like no Pokemon gyms. There's not going to be like healing centers. They're not going to be like the Pokemarts that they've had in all the Pokemon games. There'll probably be like traders and things where you can buy Pokeballs off them and things like that. But it looks like they're doing like an entirely new direction, which is quite exciting. That's the more exciting part. It's just things that we haven't seen before. But I don't know. I don't know how the longevity will be of it. It'll
I guess we'll
have to wait and see. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But finally, the sort of last thing that they announced, among some other little things for like Pokemon Go and all their sort of mobile games. But we got a better look at some of the gameplay for the new Pokemon Snap that's coming out next month. I found out as well.
Yeah, right.
I completely forgot about this for a little bit, but it's coming out next month. So I don't know how much you know about Pokemon Snap, Jenz, but it's like a remake of a game that came out on N64, years ago, 1997. I want to say Pokemon Snap came out. The original one at least. I never played it. I had like Pokemon Battle Arena or something, I think it was called for N64. Loved that game. But I'm on the fence about picking this one up. I'm not sure how much I'm going to enjoy it. But it does look quite cute and stuff like that.
I'm very confused about this one. Like, is it just taking photos?
Yes.
So there's no gameplay.
What do you mean? Like, that is the gameplay. You take that's the gameplay, Brent.
Like you walk in the world and take photos, or
no? Okay, so the sort of premise of the game is like, from my understanding at least, you like it's a completely new region too. So like every time sort of a new Pokemon game comes out, they typically do a new region so that you can explore. They usually put new Pokemon in that new region, things like that to sort of make it a bit more exciting. This is an entirely new region they're putting in the game. Basically, like the professor is like, hey, we need you to go and explore this area, look at Pokemon in the natural habitat. We want to sort of,
okay.
Like I guess study them a bit, things like that. He puts you in this little cart, and then the cart drives around on its own. You don't control the cart. It's like on rails, basically. Right. And so you sit in this little cart, and you just sort of like it's just a very sort of casual, relaxing, like game, just with Pokemon, painted over the top of it. Which is, I think, where the appeal is. So yeah, you sort of just sit back. You get to like look at these cute Pokemon in their natural habitat. They're just like having fun exploring, like playing in the water, like all that sort of stuff. You just get to take photos of them and things like that.
Interesting.
And but in this one, they're sort of modifying it a bit and making it more modern, obviously.
Yeah.
So the past couple of years, we've been getting photo modes in games and things like that. Obviously, this game is just basically one giant photo mode.
Yeah.
So after you finish an expedition, it looks like you can go back and you can edit the photos that you've taken. So you can add like stickers, frames, filters, all that sort of stuff that you would expect in a modern day photo editor. And then you can also share them with friends and, other people online. So it seems like they're going to have their own little online, I guess, ecosystem or, like website type thing where you can upload the images that you take. Other trainers can rate them and things. So if you get like a really nice photo, they can rate them. It'll be pushed to the top of the list like what Reddit would be and things. It looks pretty cool. The only thing that's stopping me from picking it up is like its full price tag of like $70 or $80 or something.
Okay. I was gonna say if it was
the only
cheap,
thing. It's
I'd probably check it out.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm thinking. It's like I just don't know how much enjoyment. I'm gonna get out of a game that's basically just taking photos. I'm ready to be proven wrong. I'm sure I will love it. Like I did have a big smile on my face when I saw the gameplay that they showed. So I could be wrong. I don't know. But
well, if you pick up Pokemon Snap, let us know what you think about it in the comments below.
Thank you, Jenz. If you're excited too, if you're excited about any of the games we talk about, let us know in the comments. Email into us and stuff like that. We'll probably show them on the next episode if you want. But I guess, Jenz, did you want to get into our final topic of the week?
Our
recurring topic. You know what time it is. It's that time of the week.
It's WandaVision.
It's WandaVision time. Yeah.
So,
all right.
Bye-bye to those who haven't seen it. How dare.
Yes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Go and watch the episode. Then come back and watch the rest of this episode.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to the juice.
Yes.
This was
Are your socks off already, Jenz?
Yeah,
or?
I'm ready.
Right, good.
This
good,
was
good.
an episode. Well, did you like it?
Correct. It was an episode. I really did.
It was a little longer.
Yeah, it was a tad longer.
And it had an end credit scene as well. Did you watch it?
Again, I did. Okay, I made sure to wait this time.
Because Raammo missed last week's before someone was like...
I didn't expect it. You telling me I went... If the first, like, let's say they did it with the Marvel movies. If the first 7 Marvel movies came out and they only decided to put an after credit scene in, like, the movie that came out just after... I think it was Iron Man 3 that came out just after the Avengers or something. Like... You wouldn't expect to sit there and stay. So for the past 6 weeks, they had been putting in no after credit scene, and then all of a sudden, like, nah, let's put one in this week.
I wonder how many.
And so like afterwards, I think all my friends did. Like when I saw some of my friends the day after, I was like, "Did you watch the after credit scene?" They're like, wait a minute, what? There's an after credit scene. And I was like, yeah. Luckily, I only found out like 6 hours after in the morning when I woke up or whatever, but.
Yeah.
But still.
Like, I have the episode playing, and I, like, talk about it to Steven afterwards, so it just keeps playing.
Yeah, as the credits are rolling. Yeah.
Someone's talking, he's like, who's this? And
Shut the fuck up, yeah. No, see, we usually just close the laptop or something straight after. We're very impatient. Yeah. But no, this week's episode was a banger, I feel. Yeah. This was, I mean, I have seen some people saying they weren't, they didn't enjoy it as much as some of the other episodes, but I really did enjoy it. We got to see a fair bit of Wanda's past. Mm-hmm. Not too much that we haven't already known, I guess. Just a little bit. Because we did see most of these snippets. They were sort of just extended snippets of things that we saw in previous movies and things. So there was like, some scenes from Age of Ultron, the Age of Ultron movie. There were some scenes from like when she was a child and stuff like that we've sort of already seen little bits of. They just were expanded upon and sort of more fleshed out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy some of the stuff we did see that was new.
The new stuff, yeah.
I really want to go into, so the first sort of, they take you right back through, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Agnes, we found out last episode that Agnes is, Agatha Harkness or whatever. She's a witch. We found out a little bit about her backstory at the start
Salem witch
and how
trials.
she got. Yes, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, okay, wow."
I love. I was like, yes. I don't know why I didn't expect.
You want to see more of it?
Yeah, because I don't know much about the Salem witch trials, but I like that. Like every time I hear about something about it, it's like, oh, what? Like I'm really interested.
They seem like a crazy time.
Yeah,
and I'm the same as you. Like I know of the Salem witch trials. I don't know what happened during the Salem Witch Trials. So when I saw that little like thing down the bottom that said Salem Witch Trials like 1687 or whatever it was, I was like, oh shit, here we go. But it was over in like 3.5 minutes, and
it
I'm
was
like,
very
oh, okay.
short.
Yeah, it was sort of just to give you a little bit of a glimpse into Agatha's past, I guess.
Yeah.
But we did see that, you know, she basically killed all of the witches that were, you know, putting her on trial, including her mother.
Yep.
You know, good character arc start there. I like that. She stole her mother's like pendant or brooch, I guess.
Yeah.
If you'd call it that. And it seems like she uses that as part of her costume. We sort of see a little bit of a costume in this episode. Very purpley, very like greeny, sort of like what you would expect of a witch, I guess. Yeah, we did see that. But yeah, so like last week's episode ended with Wanda and Agatha in the basement of Agatha's house, you know, which is sort of turned into, I guess, this like shrine or basement type witch thing. I don't know what you'd call it. Dungeon would be a good word I'd use. Yeah, let's go with that one. In her dungeon, basically, Agatha says, you know, hey, Wanda, we're going back in time. I want to see how you've become so strong, because she wants to figure out how she's been able to control basically a small town entirely, make them all go about their normal day-to-day lives, whilst also keeping people from the outside out and not letting them in. She's like, that is an insane amount of power. I would like to have this power. Please show me where you got this power. So she takes Wanda back through time and sort of back through the major life events throughout her life, I guess. And the first one we see was her as a small child, around probably like 8 years old, I would think, 7, 8 years old or something. Her and Pietro are around the same age. But it's back in Sokovia, you know, and, you know, with the war going on and things like that. And we saw, like, you know, the Stark bomb crash through the roof and things like that. And this is where we got the first real juicy bit of info. Like, I gotta take a second to take my breath here. We found out, or at least it seems like we found out, that Wanda has had powers her entire life, which directly contradicts what we were led to believe in Age of Ultron, where it seemed like she just got her powers from, like, the Hydra, you know, sort of generals meddling with her and Pietro and, like, you know, exposing them to all of these sorts of weird training things. It seems like they both had powers when they were very young. They were just very, like, you know, sort of dormant and, like, just sitting, you know, not doing anything. Which is a massive change to her character. Like, giant. Because, as I explained to Jenz before this, Wanda in the comics is a mutant, which they had to change, obviously, very heavily because of the deal with Fox. Like, they couldn't use the word mutant. They couldn't use mutants in their, you know, movies and TV shows and things like that. So they had to sort of tweak Wanda and Pietro's, I guess, like, backstory for the MCU. But this now changes it back to what actual canon would be in the comics and making them mutants again. Which is crazy. Oh,
X-Men.
Dumbfounded.
And I guess that's also why they changed Pietro to the X-Men Pietro. I mean, So
amongst other than just wanting to fuck with us and Wanda and stuff like that, it does seem like, you know, this is the springboard for X-Men and the mutants in the MCU, I want to say.
I wonder how that's going to work. That's just a lot. That's a lot of people.
I'm so excited. There's a theory. There's a theory that I want to get to right at the end. Okay. So, like, if you guys don't want to hear the theory, like, you know, just I'll tell you when I'm going to say it towards the end of the episode. But I don't know how true it is. I don't know all this sort of stuff. But I just want to at least get it out there because it does excite me. But yeah, so after we find out that, you know, Wanda and Pietro must have had powers from when they were younger, you know, it keeps going through her backstory a little bit. We find out, you know, when she first talks to Vision and stuff like that, where she first starts getting feelings for him and things like this.
Oh my God, I love
which
that
was very
scene.
beautiful. Yeah. Oh.
So
It
great.
was very touching. really shows where a lot of her pain comes from in like the fact that she lost vision and, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
But and then it shows, what else does it show?
We saw
we saw her steal. We saw her how she like where she went to the sword.
Oh my god, I was just gonna say the same thing.
The sword base. Yeah.
But she didn't steal
no
vision.
Which is that's the other thing we found out in this episode. Yes, that's the other thing we found out. Okay. So she went to the sword base, you know, to see, basically she wanted to reclaim Vision's body so that she could bury him and give him the proper, you know, goodbye that she felt he deserved and things. But the sword director was like, I'm sorry, we can't let you take him. It's part of the Sokovia Accords that, you know, we have to basically destroy Vision and scrap him and things like that. Because at that time he was, and probably still is, the most powerful man-made weapon that was, you know, available on Earth at that time. Like, he was extremely, and they were just, you know, part of the Sokovia Accords was the fact that they don't want, you know, those basically weapons of mass destruction to just be out there and have AI in them that could go bad, you know? So they were destroying Vision and trying to scrap him. Wanda gets quite pissed, but she doesn't take anything. She just goes down there, sort of looks him a little bit, touches his head, and then goes, all right, peace, and leaves.
Yeah.
And then that's when she sort of, she found a note, I think.
Oh, that's right. She goes back into her car. Oh, yeah, that's right.
And there was just a note. Yeah, there was just a note sitting in the car. We don't know who planted the note. We don't know how the note got there, any of this stuff. But we see this note, and she opens it up, and it's a blueprint or a schematic for like a house. And it has a love heart on it that says, where we'll grow old together, with like I think it was signed like V or something for Vision.
It was.
And it was for Westview. So she drives to Westview, which we find out is an actual town. It wasn't like what the police officer said in like episode 3, where they were like, there's no Westview, there's only Eastview.
Yeah, it's like a dead town.
It is an actual town and stuff. It's like a very quiet, you know, sort of what you'd expect of like a very quiet, like sort of outbacky town.
But you see the characters.
We see a couple of the old characters and things like that, and what their normal jobs were before, you know, Wanda took over them and things. But she goes to this, you know, the sort of the where the house address is meant to be, and you can see there is like the basic outline of a house starting to be built. There's a couple of things of like, you know, stone and stuff around. She goes into the house and basically just breaks.
Yeah, she like breaks down. She
breaks down, and that's where she just lets out all of this energy.
Yep.
And it creates the hex around Westview, and sort of just starts taking over control of everyone in Westview.
And Vision.
And Vision, yeah. Do you want to go?
Well, he just pops out of nowhere. And it's in like, he's black. I love this moment where he's like, you can see him being made. And then you see him in black and white. Everything else is black and white. She's in color. And then the camera looks at him, and then you look back, and then she's in black and white in like the getup that she was in episode 1. And then they sit down and watch. And
that's where like it shows the start of episode 1, the TV show, whatever. Like it goes full circle, and so we now know that the Vision that was in the hex was never real. He was always just a figment of Wanda's creation. He was never used with like Vision's body. He was never used with any part of Vision, anything like that. It was just what Wanda had in her mind, I guess.
So where is
which goes to show just how powerful she is. But that's what we found out at the end. Jenz. Oh, yes.
Yay.
So,
okay, never mind.
The post-credit scene. Oh, what do you mean?
Okay, we'll do it now. Go.
Wait, no, sorry. What were you going to say? You said what you were going to say.
Was I going to say something?
If you haven't lost it. No, okay,
lost it. That's fine, go.
So.
Wait, do you want to talk about point C on the Google?
We can do that, yeah. All right, thank you. Little backtrack. I'm getting too excited for myself here. But we did see in one of the parts of Wanda's flashback, we did see her in like the Hydra base, just in like the woods or something, where they first storm at the start of Age of Ultron in like the snow there.
And she was
we
a
saw
volunteer
her in
because
we found out that she volunteered herself. She wasn't she wasn't captured, she wasn't kidnapped, anything like that, because she did want to get back at Tony Stark and things for basically bombing Sokovia and stuff. And we show her first glimpse of her exposing, or her first exposure to the Mind Stone, I guess, or the stone that was in Loki's scepter, because they had Loki's scepter, and that's what they were using to sort of draw power from and experiment with. And the scepter, it basically, the scepter floats, the Mind Stone pops out of it, it starts floating towards Wanda, and then she sort of reaches out to touch it a little bit, and before she can do that, it gives her this vision, and it just floods her with this immense power, or like, energy or something, and she can see this vision of Scarlet Witch, her in her full costume with like, the weird like face shields and like, the sort of long drapey cloak. Yeah, her comic book sort of get up. You can see the silhouette sort of flying towards her, but then it stops, and that's what we got to see. So I feel like in the next episode she's gonna go ballistic, and she's gonna sort of let out all her power, and we're gonna see that full ghost like costume get up. Oh. I'm hoping, at least. I don't know.
What, against Agnes?
Yeah, against Agnes and.
Wait, is this the
Mystery Man? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as I was saying before, after credit scene, you see the sword director and his assistant. The assistant says, "Are you sure you want this?" Director goes like, "Yes, it's time to let it out." They turn around and like in this sort of chamber, I guess, it's all like fogged up. The fog drops and you see Vision, but he's draped in white, like head to toe. He's just all white. I'll put a little photo up behind us. Insane. Like, gobsmacked at this.
Yeah.
Absolutely gobsmacked. And there's a lot of theories around this white Vision.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how much you've read into it.
Not much. I don't like Googling this stuff.
Okay. Because this is where it gets hard. It's like, I want to sort of explain my theories, but it's like when your theory becomes correct, then it's like you've already spoiled it for yourself, but it's... Which is why it's not,
I also hate this segment of the podcast, because we have done so many speculations, like either on the podcast or just discussing it just before the podcast, and it's like, damn, I didn't really want to know that, but okay.
Yeah.
Because everything
you're going to have to tough it out, Jenz.
I know, but everything like we've spoken about is kind of... Except for we have one thing that I don't know if we spoke about it, but the book thing.
What was it?
The book.
Oh, we did talk about the book a little bit last week, but
that's, I don't think it's going to unravel until...
They didn't show anything, at least in this episode. Yeah. We don't know about the next episode and stuff. We're not sure.
It might unravel in the movies.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be more pinned to the movies, and that's where they're going to get the connection with Doctor Strange and Wanda. We don't know. There could be, the last episode that's coming out this Friday. So in like, 2 days? Holy shit, 2 days.
Yeah.
That's coming out in 2 days. Is basically, it could be an hour long. It could be an hour and 15. It could be an hour and a half long. We don't know. So they could be able to fit a lot of this content in. Maybe. But
okay,
if it does happen, I reckon it's going to be if it does happen, it's going to be an after credit scene. I don't think they're going to make it a full thing.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be an after credit scene.
True.
Yeah, but so the speculation that I've seen a lot for this week's episode that's coming out in 2 days or whatever, a week for you guys that are listening, now, or it's already been out. Sorry, for you guys that are listening now. My theory that I've seen a lot of is, in the comics at least, when Vision was white and stuff like that, or he doesn't have any color in the comics, is because he doesn't have his AI in him. He is, he is just like a shell of something. And And what people are speculating is that James Spader, who did the voice for Ultron in Age of Ultron, obviously, is just going to voice Vision as the white carcass. And it's going to be Ultron's AI inside him. Because that's what Ultron wanted in Age of Ultron. He wanted to put his AI into Vision because Vision was a lot stronger than what he was. And he wanted to create like the perfect sort of like weapon with himself. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like when Wanda meets Vision, White Vision, for the first time in this week's episode, he's going to speak and he's going to sound exactly like Ultron.
Oh my god.
And then one of my socks is going to fly off.
Oh my god.
Then one of my socks is going to fly. And then my other sock is already going to fly off because I don't know how true this is because I haven't read any interviews or things with any of the cast, but apparently they did some interviews. You know, I don't know which with which journalism sort of brand or person, but apparently they did some interviews and they were like, for the final episode, we wanted to work. We work with someone that we are very proud to have worked with, and it's sort of been a dream come true for a lot of the cast and crew.
Oh.
But they didn't tell you who, obviously, for spoiler reasons. They're speculating that Magneto from the X-Men is going to make an appearance in this episode. Speculating.
Why him?
In the comics, Magneto is Wanda's father.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like, I don't know if they're going to make him the father in this. Obviously, that's going to be very hard to spin. They'll figure out a way to do it if they really wanted to. But I feel like it is a perfect opportunity to have him appear.
Shit.
Yeah. And I feel like that's the bombshell that they want to sort of end the show with. Like, is that he's going to come. And then he's also going to help sort of, like, maybe destroy White Vision, I guess, or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's the speculation for this episode. And then if that happens, my entire clothing attire is coming off, not just my socks. Like, well, it's all coming off.
We don't need to give a warning for this because this shit's already happened.
This shit's already happened, yeah.
So we don't need to worry about it.
No, it's just it's not that we need to worry about it. It's the fact that like I'm like
it's for us
at least. It's like it sort of ruins the surprise and the shock value for us. Obviously, it'll still shock me if it does happen because I'm like, holy shit, fucking Magneto's in the episode. Like, but yeah, it just, I can't wait, man. 2 days. We have to wait 2 days. And then it's hard as well to like not tweet about it because we don't want to ruin it for the episode and things. You just gotta like,
I haven't.
You just tweet WandaVision, the words, and like a couple of exclamation marks, and that's it. That's like all you can tweet.
That's the only tweet I've ever done is WandaVision with exclamation marks. And I refuse to say anything more because I don't want to be that person who everyone hates.
And then like every week we have the Discord channel as well where like we can talk about our WandaVision spoilers. Like I always just go, this episode was cool. I enjoyed it. And then I don't go back to the channel because I don't want to I don't want to spoil things for myself or for other people or
I just say one thing and I'm out.
Is nice. I liked it. Thank you. See you next week.
Much enjoy. Thanks.
That's it. Yep, that's it. But man,
it's gonna be
next week's episode. It's gonna be a doozy. It's gonna be a doozy.
I'm really sad for it to go because I loved this whole series so much.
Yes, yeah.
But I guess it's just like there's more and more to come. Like Falcon is what next
Falcon and Winter
week?
Soldiers it'll be next week.
Do you reckon it's gonna take over the same time slot, like Friday?
Yes, yeah. So I think every single Disney Plus like TV show, especially main TV shows, like Mandalorian goes up at Friday at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. WandaVision goes up Friday 6:30, 7 o'clock. Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to go up Friday 6:30 o'clock. All the Disney Plus TV shows are going to go up at the same time and window, just because it's
Prime.
Like it's easy and stuff like that. Prime time scheduling. It's a Friday afternoon or Friday evening. Sorry, everyone's home from work, ready to start the weekend. Like they have no excuse not to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's also easier for us to remember because we know, just every Friday we're going to get a new episode at this time. Like,
Friday has becoming my favorite day because of this.
Yes. Did you? I don't know if you saw the news as well, but this year there will not be a single week where we will not have some new form of Marvel content.
Really?
There will not be a single week.
Wait, they lied. Because next week.
So next week we get the new Marvel TV series called, or whatever they're calling the behind the scenes thing.
Oh, okay,
we get the first behind the scenes look at how they made WandaVision season 1. And the next week, Falcon and Winter Soldier starts. And then every week from that, for 6 or 7 weeks, I think it was, we get an episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. And then the week after that, we get, what do you call it? The Falcon and Winter Soldier behind the scenes. And then the week after that, I think it's like we get the Black Widow movie.
Is it Black Widow that's going to come out first?
Yeah, Black Widow's first this year. I think it's like in May already, sometime. Right? Yeah, I think it's May. Yeah, May 15th or 25th or something like that. It's coming out. It's been pushed back like once or twice already. Yeah. But yeah, so then we get that. It's going to be the week after that. And then after that week, we get, the behind the scenes of Black Widow on Disney Plus. And then the week after that, the Loki TV show starts. And then after that finishes, the week after that. And then the week after that, we get the Loki behind the scenes. Jenz, you're telling me that you don't know there's a Loki TV show?
There's a Loki TV show.
Bruh. Come on. Nah.
I did not.
Stop. You're pulling my leg. You're pulling my leg right now.
Bro, I know there's Phase 4, but I know nothing about Phase 4. I don't understand what it means.
What? You're taking the piss, right?
No.
Oh my god,
I don't like things spoiled. I don't read very much.
Jenz, there's a whole Loki TV show coming out on Disney Plus.
That's great.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm ending the episode there because I gotta go and cry.
Hey, I found out. It's fine. I'm happy about it. Thanks for listening. Man.
Yeah, that's going to be it for the episode this week, guys. We hope you enjoyed episode 9. I hope you guys come back for episode 10, the finale for our WandaVision sort of series next week. And we might just do one long episode about WandaVision. We might just do one long episode about WandaVision, honestly.
We'll see. We'll
have to see. We'll have to see how much juice we get.
Yeah, but I don't know if we're going to do this in parts of series where the 10th episode is the end of season 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to structure the podcast. I don't know, what a season would entail. We could. It wouldn't be too bad, but then you'd get a really short season 2 because Falcon and Winter Soldier is only I think it was 6 episodes long or something.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, so you get uneven seasons.
No, but we're not going to follow. We're not going to follow the TV. We're going to follow the numbers.
Oh, just you mean okay, so every 10. Okay.
Anyways, we'll discuss this offline. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you're enjoying it.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Rate, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell everyone. And did you know there's a Loki TV series coming out?
You heard it here first on Hello Hello the podcast. There's a Loki TV show coming out. You heard it here first. Be sure to come back next week or the weeks after that for all of your brand spanking new, hot off the press news topics like the Loki TV show.
All right, bye.
Thank you guys for listening. Bye-bye. Goodbye.